What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? IG, this your boy, Big Clout. Y'all tune in right now to Clout Chasing, where we mix the culture with the real estate. Woo! Yo, it's been crazy. Tonight we got a special, crazy, ridiculous topic, a show that we're gonna talk about today. Let me slide this back a little bit. Y'all cool still on IG? I kind of messed y'all up a little bit, huh? There we go, there we go. Look, we've been talking about these evictions, right? That's what we do over here. We talk about these evictions. You know what I mean? We just try to give people some solutions in order to try to get situations a little bit better in these hard times, because of inflation and everything, and the rent prices are ridiculous. The rent prices are ridiculous, right? So look, last stream we talked about that a woman said that she would not respect a man if he did not pay all the bills. She could never respect a man if he did not pay all the bills. Well, guess what happened in an article the other day that I found out about? Guess what happened? A single black father paid all the bills. He paid all the bills. Let me do some house cleaning right now. My children are here. They in the room. They're supposed to be sleeping. They might not be sleeping. So if they come in here, please forgive me for them coming in here, and they may take over the show, right? So just wanted to give you guys a heads up about that. My wife is at work, and so I'm here on daddy duty. Back to the show. So the single black man raising this daughter by himself, therefore he is single. He's African American. He lives in Dallas, Texas. So a lot of people are leaving California. They're leaving Illinois. They're leaving New York. And they're all going where? Texas, Houston, Austin, San Antonio. You name it, Dallas, Fort Worth, El Paso. People are leaving other states where they're paying more income, where they're paying more in rents, and they're moving places down south, like Texas, like Dallas. I actually know a young lady who was living in Dallas, and she was like, yeah, this is not working out. Let me move back to California. Knows how to party. They kind of went backwards, right? They did a flip-flop for whatever reason. Now, I went from California to VA. I skipped over. I'm not messing with that. I'm not messing with Texas. But anywho, look, this man was in a nice apartment in Dallas, right? The link for the article is in the description below for my people there on Facebook, IG, YouTube. Man, I be struggling, y'all. Like, let me just be honest. I'm not perfect, man. Like, I come on here, I try to do these videos, I try to, give y'all some information, some solutions about these evictions. And man, it's just this is Facebook. No, YouTube. It's YouTube. Okay. Struggle streaming, man. Struggle streaming. I just want y'all to see, man, you ain't gotta be perfect to, jump on live and to create content, man. Like I struggle like every time. Like crazy. So what was I saying? Black man. Oh yeah, black man. So, like I said before, hey, last show, the woman said that she would not respect a man who could not pay all of the bills. She would never respect a man. This man, a black man, is paying all the bills. Not only is he paying all the bills, he is raising his daughter by himself. Let's give it up for the black man. I said, let's give it up for the black man. Y'all ought to stand on your feet and give a standing ovation. Because per what y'all be saying and what we be reading is that black man don't do this. Black man ain't that. They ain't this. We ain't that. This black man said, yo, I got my own place. I got my daughter. I'm working. You're going to find out in this story. He comes home from where? Work. Right? He's a BMW. Some of y'all might know about that. Black man working. Salute to the black man. Right? Raising his daughter. Right? Salute to his daughter. Right? For being with her father. Now, a lot of times in custody battles, I don't know their situation in this story. This article has nothing to do with custody battle, but just relaying some information and spitting some knowledge or whatever, just a little bit. When the father has the child, if it's not no kind of like deceased or widow situation, more times than not, the mom is really messed up on some type of drugs, right? Out in the street, she's just really unstable, right? Really unstable, right? For the father to have custody, legal custody in the court system of the child, the mother has to be like out there. Now, I don't know if that's this situation for this man and his child and his baby's mother. I have no idea. I'm just saying, when you see that, normally that's what happens, right? Now, but look, let me introduce myself because I've been rambling on for a little bit. I appreciate y'all for watching. Even if you're watching this on the playback, thank you very much. Share this with 10 people that you don't know. Yes, share this with 10 people that you don't know. Look, let me introduce myself. Like I said, my name is Savalis Williams. This is Clout Chasing, where we mix the culture with the real estate. I am Big Clout. Y'all are known as the Clout Chasers. Yes. ROI, renters, owners, investors. Return on investment, right? Anyway, for the past several years, I have dedicated myself to learning more about the real estate industry academically, right? I have an associate's degree in real estate. I have a certificate of completion in real estate. I have a certificate of completion in commercial real estate through BOMA. I have a California salesperson's license, right? I also have a bachelor's degree in business management with the concentration in real estate. I've managed my own properties that I've owned with several different tenants throughout the times. I worked with property managers before, as an owner, and things didn't work out. I've also currently work in property management for military housing. And so I know a little bit about property management. I know a little bit about real estate. I know a little bit about, this game, right? And these high, because I got high, these high rent prices. I know a little bit. But this story I'm gonna share with y'all, I'm gonna let y'all watch the video. The news article came out. The news came out about this man got evicted after he paid all the bills. This is some backward stuff. This man paid all the bills and gets evicted. What's up, Pop Man? What's crack? I see you on IG. The man paid all the bills and got evicted. I just can't understand it. Right? But we're gonna talk about it. If you're on IG, you're probably not gonna be able to see the actual video that I'm gonna be playing. I think my man's Pop Man's is in New Mexico. We talked about New Mexico on a couple of other my live streams, right? But anyway, we're gonna get into this article, into this news, to this report. We're gonna get into it. The man paid all the bills and he still got evicted. He's black? Yes, he is black. He's definitely black, right? My man Pop Man said, is he black? Yes. Let me just, if you look at the thumbnail, it's on my IG. You can see it if you go to my page. The man on the IG, the thumbnail that I created, right? If anybody want to create some YouTube thumbnails, holler at your boy. I'll hook you up for a nice little fee, right? For a nice little fee. So look, he's a single father, living with his daughter, comes home from work because he's a black man working a BMW. All this stuff is going. We're gonna get into the. Let me share this with y'all over here so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Let me make this bigger. And so we're gonna get into it. This thing is Wild Magnolia. All right. Share. I'm sharing the news article. Here we go.
A Deep Ellum man says everything he and his daughter owned was thrown in a dumpster
Can y'all
after
hear
the
that?
management of his apartment building accidentally ordered maintenance to clean out his rental.
It turns out apartment management had the wrong unit number, and now that man says that he is out tens of thousands of dollars.
Okay, pause. Hey, IG, can you hear the article? Can you hear the news report? If you can hear it, let me know. If not, you might want to switch over to the YouTube to be able to actually watch the news, right? Because this story is wild. Like how I pay all the rent and I get evicted. So we're gonna bring it back one more time. I'm not really getting an answer from IG, but okay, we're gonna bring it back and let's just listen.
A Deep Ellum man says everything he and his daughter owned was thrown in a dumpster after the management of his apartment building accidentally ordered maintenance to clean out his rental.
So how does property management accidentally tell maintenance to throw away your stuff?
Turns out apartment management had the wrong unit number, and now that man says that he is out tens of thousands of dollars.
So there you go. So they had the wrong unit number. So the property management team send the maintenance crew out there to evict or throw away some stuff out of a unit, and they threw away they went to the wrong house. They went to the wrong unit. Now, this is a high luxury apartment complex. This is not in the ghetto in Dallas. This is not in the hood in Dallas. This is in a nice location where people are paying their good, hard-earned money to stay there in a nice neighborhood. My man, he said, this is some BS. This is some BS, right? Let's finish.
Building management argues he never should have been living there to begin with, Consumer Report.
So they said the man had not been living there to begin with.
Steve Noviello is on your side tonight.
Used to have a couch here, a TV stand with the TV.
After Johnny Abney spent years building a life.
This was my daughter's snack drawer.
For himself and his 9-year-old daughter.
It was a closet full of clothes.
This is all that's left of their stuff.
Everything gone.
Everything they own.
Clothing items, all my groceries. They cleared out my whole refrigerator full of groceries.
Is gone.
Well, we had a shower curtain here.
Not stolen, thrown in the dumpster by order of the...
So it wasn't stolen, right? It was thrown away by the maintenance team at this apartment complex, right? It was thrown away, right? I want to also just put out there, this is fair use.
The management at the Hamilton, the high-end mid-rise apartment building where Johnny and his daughter lived in the Deep Ellum neighborhood of Dallas.
They came to my door and cleaned everything out, from my daughter's clothes to my clothes to everything, from a toothbrush, bathing items. Like, they pretty much left me with nothing.
It's all in this police report Johnny filed when he returned home from work in late July to find his apartment door unlocked and the contents cleared out. According to the report's narrative, a leasing agent on site said there was a misunderstanding and maintenance accidentally cleared out Abney's unit instead of the unit next door where a tenant was being evicted.
Now, I have a theory, right? They say that the maintenance team went there and the maintenance team got wrong information. It's not on the maintenance team. The property management, the office, the manager, the leasing agent, whoever wrote up this document for them to get this stuff out of the unit, those are the people or the person that's responsible for this because they put the wrong unit number on the paper. Woo, they put the wrong unit number on the paper. That was pretty loud. I'm sorry about that. My man, Pop Man, said, "Oh my God, I would be marking the maintenance team." Look, it's not the maintenance team's fault though, right? It's the property management fault, the office people fault. The maintenance team is just following instructions, right? Just a reminder, I actually work in military housing now. I work as part of I'm on the maintenance side of things, even though I'm not a maintenance person. I'm a grounds crew member, right? But I've also worked behind the scenes in the office, in an office role for military housing, right? Yeah, so I was originally a service coordinator. So I was on the office side, and then I moved to the other side, right, to the actual blue collar side. I was on the white collar side. So this story really resonates with me, and so I have some theories, right? So we're gonna talk about my theories in a second, but they get this piece of paper. Yeah, Navy housing. Yep, exactly. They go, they go, and they clear out the unit, right? The wrong unit. Now there's no telling, right, what really was happening or what information was passed down or around the management team, right? Somebody from the management team, one of the maintenance workers, could have got word that this person living here really not supposed to be living here, right? And we're going to be evicting or going to the home next door anyway. We might as well go into this house too, right? It's just a theory of mine. So I don't know if this happened. I don't know if this happened. I'm just throwing out a theory, right? Or they could have just really just dropped the ball and made a mistake, right? Let's get back to the article.
All of Johnny's belongings have been thrown in the dumpster.
Look, there's a video. The man, he's recording his stuff that's by the dumpster in the apartment complex. Now, if you on IG, you missing it. Because look, this woman who's down here looking at his stuff, look, for someone who works in military housing, when you see people getting evicted, hey, I'll do my best to try to send it to you when I get done with the live stream. For sure. Send me a DM to remind me. Send me a DM to remind me to send you the video. Look, when people get evicted or they leave housing or they're getting evicted and the stuff's still in the unit, I come across it a lot, right? The people are supposed to have moved out or they've been evicted or they skipped town for whatever reason. They got kicked out the military. They get kicked out the military. They skip town and they don't pay. Well, their rent stops coming through, right, for military housing. The rents just stop. We don't know why. We go to the home, go find out, make phone calls, do whatever. They find out later, hey, they've been kicked out the military. That's why the payment hasn't been coming through. Home is still packed with stuff. Salute to Pop Man. Have a good night. Look, the home is still packed with stuff. So as a grounds crew member, we go in there and we do what's called a clean out. We take everything out of the home, put it in the back of the trucks, and go dump it. That's what we do in real life, right? Now, this is military I'm talking about. In private sector or, outside the military stuff, I don't really know how y'all do it, right? But look, the man's trash is outside at the dumpster, and he's witnessing. What's up, Moose? What's up, big dog? Look, and he's witnessing people looking through his stuff. Now, I know for a fact in military housing, when we put stuff, look, listen. One time I went to a house, the stuff was already in the driveway, a majority of the stuff from inside the house. The neighbors next door had already grabbed several items, was telling our maintenance supervisor they want this. Can they get that? What about this? Can you pull this over here to my house? When people get evicted and there's still stuff in the homes, best believe that's when all the scavengers come out. That's when all the roaches come out. Everybody want to get something, especially if it's in decent condition and it's free. His furniture wasn't out in the street, my man. It was by the dumpster near the garage. I mean, I guess it looks like a garage, but that's not what I really want to focus on this part of the video. What I want to focus on is when he walks down there, there's a lady there with a dog. What Kevin say? Buy a dog and die alone. Ooh, let me turn this down. I don't want to wake up my kids. All right. Buy a dog and die alone. That's what Kevin always said, right? Look, the woman, and she says, is this your stuff? Is this your stuff? Because she was down there scavenging. She was trying to grab something. Let's take a look at it.
Earlier and had been picked
Ooh,
over by the other
she got some
residents.
legs. She wearing them shorts, boy. She is wearing them shorts. Seems to be an African American lady. Face is blurred out for, I guess, the TV for the news. Salute to Fox 4 on this one. This lady down here, does she have a dog in her hand too? Does she have 2 dogs? I know she don't got 2 dogs. I think she has like a white poodle in her hand, and she's walking a dog that seems to be like a German Shepherd. It's a puppy. They're both puppies. But you can see the man's bedroom set. You see his bedroom set. But this girl, this woman, not girl, she's a woman. This is a grown woman. Boy, I don't know if she, got a man or whatever, but hey, she was down there looking, and she got your boy looking. Hey, y'all know my situation. But boy, when they come out looking like that, you think I'm not gonna look? Come on now. I mean,
This is video Johnny took of his discarded stuff. He says
Johnny was so worried about his stuff, he didn't even focus on the woman who Johnny was tripping. Remember, he's a single father. He had a potential helpmate right there that just walked by him. But he was so thrown by the fact that all his stuff was down by the garbage can.
mattress had been urinated on.
Not only did they put my stuff out, they watched people take all my property all day.
Property management offered to get what they could from the trash and
now he said that the property management watched people take the stuff all day. So they threw the stuff out and then they watched people take the stuff. If I'm clearing out a house and I'm putting stuff out on the curb or in my truck and other people walking by and they want to get it, and I don't know for sure that this stuff belongs or not belongs to you, right? I'm just following orders. They said, this is the unit, ABC. I go to ABC. I get the stuff out of ABC. People from XYZ come and they want to grab some stuff. I don't care. Take it, right? So it's not like property management was like blatantly like trying to sell the stuff or get rid of the stuff or try to hide it or try to get rid of it quickly as possible. Understand? They were not trying to like, oh, get rid of the stuff. So everybody come down here and get some stuff from this unit that we just displaced. That's not how that happens. That's not how that works, right?
return it to Johnny's unit. Johnny said they even had that stained mattress professionally cleaned, but most of his and his daughter's stuff was gone for good.
So, my man Pop Man said that would be illegal. Hey, not only was his stuff down by the trash can, his bed got urinated on. I don't know if y'all caught that. Y'all probably didn't because I'm talking all over I'm pausing and talking. So y'all gonna have to watch this back on your own. But look, his bed got urinated on. His bed got peed on. But check out property management though. Listen, property management said, we will get this professionally cleaned for you, sir. And they did, according to the former resident. They actually, the property management, they got his stuff cleaned for him. And they brought up a majority of the stuff that they could salvage. They peed on his bed. They peed on the man. They peed on his bed. They hit the R. Kelly. Allegedly. Now listen, property management didn't pee on his bed. Understand? Property management didn't pee on his bed. Maybe somebody walking by, one of the residents, had a long night. They had to pee real quick. Peed on the bed, right? Hey, Pop there funny. He said, you might as well take a dump on it. You might as well. You might as well take a dump on it, right? Look, let's finish listening to this, man.
Good.
This door is completely gone, and this one, they just completely just broke it.
Much of what did make it back from the dumpster, he showed us, was damaged.
They told me that it was a mistake. They apologized the first night. They were overly apologetic, like let us know anything missing.
But that quickly took a turn.
Even though it was your stuff, it's her apartment.
Wait a minute. Did you hear that? He said, treat it like Thailand. My man's Wild Magnolia. Look, listen. He recorded. Y'all know I'm from the ghetto, so I really can't say some words right, like record, chord, like some things. The OR kind of messed me up. The COR messed me up. Anyway, he recorded a conversation between him and the office, right? Even though it was your stuff. This is the office telling this man this. Even though it was your stuff, it's her apartment. Who in the French toast is her? It's her apartment. It's under her name. The contract is in her name and her name solely. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Black women being the sole breadwinners of the house, right? And now this office person for the property management team said that they can't even, the stuff is his stuff, but the apartment is not in his name. The apartment is in her name. Who is her? We're gonna find out. Now his daughter's 9 years old, so it's not in his daughter's name. It's in her name, right? And solely her name. He's not even on the lease.
Under her name, the contract is in her name and her name solely.
This is video Johnny recorded of a conversation he had with one of the leasing agents who was quick to point out the apartment in which he and his daughter lived was leased by his ex-girlfriend, who had since moved out of state. Johnny was subletting without permission and
Pause. Big pause. Did you hear it? He was living there with his ex-girlfriend. His ex-girlfriend is actually who the apartment belonged to. Now, I know y'all can relate to this. I've even been through this, right? The apartment is not in his name. The apartment is in his ex-girlfriend name. Now, this makes me have a lot of questions, right? What happened with him and his ex-girlfriend? Why did they break up? Why is she an ex-girlfriend? Right? Were they living together and then broke up, or were they already broken up and then he got into some trouble, needed somewhere to live, moved into her spot, and she left? Like, I got so many questions about this, right? So please let me know what y'all think about this situation. Like, when you sublease, listen, subleasing is dangerous. Subleasing is dangerous. Understand, because at any point when the property manager, the owner, the landlord, whoever, when they find out that someone else is in the property and they're not supposed to be in the property, lights out. You run the risk of both people being evicted. In those lease agreements, you have a certain amount of days that a visitor can stay in the unit. It's more of a life and safety issue when it comes to property management and owners, when it comes to other people being there. Not necessarily a money thing, right? Now it becomes, what's up, Saint African? It becomes a money thing later, right? Because you'll get that application fee money, right? You'll get that extra deposit money, right? And they may actually raise the rent, right? There may be an extra cost for having more heartbeats in that unit. There may be an extra cost. He was living allegedly with a girl in there, his ex-girlfriend. They broke up, I guess. She moved out of state, but he stayed in the home. Now, sometimes people will rent out their home to someone else in order to make they'll rent a room, right, to make a couple extra dollars. So if the rent's $2,500, right, she'll probably charge him $500 to rent a room, right? Well, she'll take her other $500 and save it because he's paying it. She might have got a job offer, or they may have gotten into some big fight and she had to just leave. Whatever the case may be, she left. But remember, she is on that lease agreement. She is responsible for that unit. He's not responsible. Had she still been there when this went down, they would have, without a shadow of a doubt, evicted her on the spot. Right? Hey, how long this guy's been in this home, lady? Oh, he's been here a couple hours. No, well, he got shampoo over there. He got his underwear over there. He got a picture over there of his football trophy. Is that his daughter? Because when you moved in here, you only said it was just you. So you got a whole bedroom full of 9-year-old girl stuff. You got football trophies hanging up. I can smell his drawers. I mean, ma'am, I think this man's been living here with you. Oh, you got me. Come to the office, ma'am. Take that eviction notice. Get out of here. Get out of here. You broke the lease. It's just that simple. You broke the lease. Now, in this situation, she was not there. So, I don't know if this was a black woman, white woman, or what, but I'm going to assume that she's a black woman. And she was trying to look out for this black man. She said, look, regardless of the situation of their relationship and how they became exes, she allowed him to stay there as long as what? He paid the rent. Remember last week, our last show, what the black woman said? I could never respect a man if he didn't pay all the bills. Well, this black man in Dallas, Texas, was not only paying all the bills, he was also raising his 9-year-old daughter by himself. Could that woman from last week respect this black man? Come on, man. Look. The dude on the video that I'm showing you guys right now on Facebook, there are money order receipts, payments of the rent. And this wasn't no cheap rent. Like I said, this was a nice apartment complex in a good part of Dallas. They was not in the hood.
Even though these receipts provided to us by an attorney for the Hamilton show that Johnny paid the near $3,000 in rent each month, any direct discussion about making him whole was off the table.
Look, the man was paying $2,500 a month in an apartment that he was not on the lease for. Subleasing is so dangerous, y'all. It is extremely dangerous. Like I said, because once property management finds out, when you go into a situation like that, and a lot of us are guilty of it, right? You want to all live together or save some money, cool, right? But understand, please understand, if you get caught, be prepared to leave. This whole situation with my mans was a total accident. They stumbled upon this. But when you are doing wrong or you're living in a situation that you're not supposed to really be in, how could you even say, on my phone, IG, peace, y'all died. How could you even say that you are entitled to some money because they threw out your stuff? It's wild, right? Of course you don't want to lose your stuff, right? Nobody wants to lose their stuff. But you knew you was doing wrong. You had to have known you were doing wrong by living in this place, even though you were paying the rent. Salute to the black man for paying the rent. But they don't care about the rent. They care about the legal documentation of that contract agreement between the ex-girlfriend and the property management team or company or asset manager and so forth. Right?
Are binded like by law. We cannot discuss anything with anybody that is not her.
According to this lawsuit Johnny has now filed against the property management company, they gave him 24 hours to fill out his own rental application or face eviction.
I've already lost property. Now you're trying to kick me off the property at short notice with no resolve.
Here's the eviction.
Look, I don't like this part. I don't like when you already wrong and you're trying to add an extra topping on top of the victimisms, right? Were they wrong for throwing away your stuff? Absolutely. I'm not saying that the property management team was right for doing what they did, right? Especially since they had the wrong information. However, since they have done what they have did, right? Would you even want to still try to live there? Right? So you're saying, oh, they're trying to evict you on top of they've already threw away your stuff. Well, let's just say they're trying to evict you. You wasn't supposed to be there to begin with. You were not supposed to be there to begin with. So what you mean that they're trying to evict you? Right? You was not even supposed to be there. Of course they're trying to evict you. Is that such a shocking thing? Of course they're trying to get you out of the home that you're not on the lease for. You thought it was about money. It's not about money. It's about keeping the contract and abiding by the agreement. Why would someone, like, this doesn't even make, to me, it doesn't make sense. This argument about, oh, they're trying to evict me. You shouldn't even want to be there. Why would you want to be there after knowing what they did to you, to your stuff, to your daughter's stuff? Them, you should have already been out of the house. Hey, let me call my cousin, let me call my auntie, let me call somebody. They threw away my stuff. I know I wasn't even really supposed to be here like that. I need to get out of here as soon as possible. Like right yesterday. Mama, daddy, cousin, brother, somebody from out of state, somebody sent me a Greyhound ticket, somebody something. I messed up. I got to take my daughter out of school. We got to start over. It's my fault. I take responsibility. Let me get up out. But no. They're trying to evict me. You wasn't supposed to be there. And why would you even want to be there? Why? So you don't want to be evicted? You don't want to be. So what you want, so what you want is them to reimburse you for everything that you lost. I'm with you on that one. We here. It takes a lot of hard work to get the stuff that you've gotten, that you worked for. You're a working man. I get it. Right? So I'm with you. You deserve to get the money back for your stuff. That was wrong. All day long. Right? That was wrong. But so you want to get the money back, and then you want to stay in the apartment and continue to live in the complex where they just made a huge mistake. You want to still live there? So you're going to pay them rent next month? You're going to let your daughter go to that same school district in that neighborhood? Probably a really good school district, actually. It probably is. But, I mean, you still want to stay there after they throw away your stuff and let somebody pee? Let somebody pee? on your mattress? And you worried about them trying to evict you? What the movie say? Get out.
Notice. It was posted on his door the next day.
Rent was paid in full. There was no reason to go into his apartment. There was no reason to throw anything away.
Jason Friedman is Johnny's attorney. He says the issue of who was on the lease is irrelevant.
Now this is the lawyer said what? Let's rewind it. What did the lawyer say? What did the lawyer say?
He says the issue of who was on the lease is irrelevant.
The issue of who is on the lease is irrelevant. This came from out of the mouth of I'm assuming a real estate lawyer, a lawyer. The issue of who is on the lease is, am I saying it right? Did y'all catch it?
He says the issue of who was on the lease is irrelevant.
That's the most relevant part of the whole thing. Forgive me if I'm having some technical difficulties right now. The part of who is on the lease is the whole relevance of this situation. It's the whole relevance of it. It's why there's an issue. So how can the lawyer say that it's irrelevant? It's the whole point of getting a return on an investment from someone willing, able, capable, and qualifies to pay rent to live in a unit, home, dwelling of an owner of a property that someone is trying to rent because they want the asset to produce a positive net gross return. So therefore, we create a contract of agreement of terms, conditions of which the renter shall follow. If and when the person that I put on the agreement is not the person living in the home, Houston, Dallas, we have a motherfucking problemo. Do you feel me? The person on the agreement of this whole
Apartment building, they didn't know when they threw all that stuff away whose stuff it was, whether it was the person on the lease or his.
And adds Johnny chose not to fill out the application or pay the fee required for.
So he didn't fill out the application. He didn't pay the fee required. The application, smart man. What was his name? Johnny? Smart brother, Johnny. Smart, maybe have some technical difficulties. Smart man. It doesn't make sense, right? Why would he pay for an application fee and do an application? He's already been living there, right? He should be really working on his exit strategy.
One very simple reason.
He chose not to because he said, I want to resolve the situation with my property that you threw away before I decide if I'm going to stay in this building.
And
before they resolve the issue about his property being thrown away, they want to resolve the issue of him not being on the lease. That's the issue they want to resolve.
attorney for the Hamilton, who would not speak to us on camera but did communicate by phone and email, said on behalf of the building, even if Johnny did fill out the rental application, he would have been denied because he already violated the lease terms as an unauthorized occupant.
With me losing all my property, like, that's the last thing on my mind.
According to the lawsuit, the Hamilton also alleged there was counterfeit money pulled from Johnny's things. Another reason they say he would not be welcome to stay.
Now, having counterfeit money is really not a reason to deny somebody for a unit to be rented, especially this guy. Why? Because he's already had a track record of paying you money orders or cashier checks the whole time he's been there. So the counterfeit money thing it's a stretch, man. It holds no weight for real. You can get prop money all day. He might have a side hustle as a rapper or a producer or a video maker or whatever, and he needs the prop money for his clients or himself. So that counterfeit thing he wasn't paying rent with counterfeit money orders, right? So doesn't hold no weight.
We asked them to provide a police report, photos or video, any evidence at all. They provided none.
They left me without underwear, toothpaste, everything.
Back at Johnny's, among the discarded pile of trashed school supplies with which his daughter was supposed to start the 5th grade, we found our own. This play money, clearly marked as copy, right next to what's left of his daughter's bed.
We sent a list of questions to the Hamilton via their attorney. They all went unanswered. They would not sit down with us for an on-camera interview. They did say that they asked Johnny for a list of what was missing from his refrigerator so that they could establish a value for reimbursement. Johnny says that actually never happened. He and his daughter moved out just a few days after we met him. They are now staying with family temporarily.
A deep element.
Hey, good for Johnny and his daughter getting out of there. It doesn't make sense on why he would want to stay there, right? After they threw his stuff in the trash and let somebody pee on his mattress, right? So tell me what y'all think in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about this situation. Johnny, so many questions still about this situation, right? Why is he a single father? How did he end up getting into the ex-girlfriend's apartment? Like, what was their dating situation like before, during, and after the apartment, right? Did the property management company ever reach out to the ex-girlfriend and get an explanation about what happened, right? Did Johnny ever get his money for the things that they threw away, right? All these things are questions that I still have about this situation. But we do know this: people from more expensive places in the country. Is my mic not working properly? Because I'm getting a lot of people just jumping in and jumping out. And so last time that happened, I was doing my football streaming. Somebody finally told me, hey, your mic is not working properly. So if that's the case on this one, I do apologize. But I know why. I'm extremely understanding of why. But I just wanted to show y'all that video. It was so important. Right? Even with my mic jacked up, it was so important to show y'all that video. Right? But like I was saying, we do know this. People from all over the country, well, not all over, people from more expensive places in the country are flooding Texas. Still are. Still am. Right? They're going to Texas. They're going to Dallas. They're going to Houston. They're going to Austin, San Antonio. Right? Missouri City. Right? They're going all up in Texas. Right? Amarillo. Right? Because they're looking for more affordable lifestyle. And it makes sense. Right? I left California to come to VA for what? More affordable lifestyle. And a couple other reasons too. My house is here. But anyway, it makes sense. Excuse me. It makes sense. Dallas. Is it? I mean, $2,500 for an apartment, even though it sounds like and looks like it's a luxury apartment. Is it worth it? And another question, like, how come dude couldn't? He was a working individual. How come he couldn't get his own apartment? Or maybe he could, but it wasn't in as nice of a place. I got a lot of questions. Right? Did he send his daughter back with the mom? Right? Or did he keep his daughter while it says him and his daughter was moved with family temporarily, but I mean, who knows, man? The situation is messed up. This is one point that I did want to make before we get out of here tonight. The ex-girlfriend, she could have set him up. It's possible. I mean, she could have called the maintenance office. They could have had a conversation. You know, she probably got mad at him. She could have got mad at him. This is me. This is the theory. This is only theory. This is me venting, creating my imagination, right? She could have had a conversation with him. She probably was like, yo, I need you to send me $200 to stay in the apartment on top of you already paying the rent. He probably was like, I'm not doing that. And she probably was like, okay. Get on the phone. Hey, this is the office? Yeah. There's a man staying in this unit, and I don't think he's on the lease. You might want to check it out. I mean, it's possible. Look, this might be shocking, but some things in property management, sometimes, depending on who the actual manager is, and their ethic code, moral, personal code, kind of depends on how the ship is ran, right? Sometimes these property managers, they keep secrets, right? They keep secrets from the residents, from the tenants. They keep secrets, right? Maybe some work's happening in the community, and you tell your team, hey, don't say nothing about this work being done, right? We don't want people to be in the uproar. But then later, the asset manager and the owner of the property management company comes out and tells everybody in the New York Times. So the district manager, I mean, you kind of like you're hiding stuff for no reason. Stuff's all in the newspaper. People know it's about to go down, but you're hiding stuff. Why? I mean, you would just want to control everybody, right? I mean, I don't know. This situation was weird, right? I'm just giving y'all a little, because I work in this industry, right? So it's drama. It's drama. But look, I'm getting up out of here. Thank y'all for rocking with me. IG, my phone died. Actually, let me go ahead and make this announcement right now. I'm switching over from, my wife don't even know this. I did this order yesterday, when I was at work. I've been rocking with Android since 2007. The first phone I ever had was actually Metro PCS, was the Nokia. Wasn't really an Android, right? It was just a picture phone. The T-Mobile G1, the Google phone, the first Google phone with that slid open with the keyboard on it. that had the top 5. Remember, you can do the top 5 for T-Mobile. My wife, who was my girlfriend back then, she used to get so mad because I would not put her in my top 5. Remember, the top 5 used to be, that was the people you could talk to, unlimited, right? Everybody else you had to pay minutes for up until like 5 o'clock or something, 6 o'clock, whatever, right? But that was my first Android smartphone, that G1. I love that. That was, to be honest with y'all, that's my favorite phone to this day, was the G1. I was so mad when they phased it out basically. Then I had I think it was a G3, because I don't remember getting the G2, or maybe it was the G2. The other one that flipped open with the keyboard, but it didn't have a little ball. Like the G1 had the little ball where you can move the mouse with the ball on it. That was so dope. And then as time went on, everybody started jumping on iPhone and all this, and I just had Android the whole time. Most recently, I've been on. I had the I was an LG guy, right? They don't even make LG does not make cell phones anymore. I had the LG V20. I had the LG V40, and the phone I have now is the LG V60 double screen. But y'all, this phone the battery life is not working right. I guess the charger is messing up. I dropped the phone 7,000 times. The screen's all shattered and broke. The back side of the screen's completely off. The other dual screen, the other side, is broken, cracked. I've already replaced it once, the screen, right? And so I made a decision on Friday when I was at work. I ordered an iPhone 12. Hey, y'all, I'm switching over. It's from 2007. That's what, like 14 years? It's more than 14 years. That's like 15 years. Rocking with Android. I bought my wife an iPhone 13 mini when it first came out, just to kind of see what I like, messing with the iPhone. At work, we use the iPhone. I really did like the LG V60 dual screen. Problem is, they're not making any more of those. LG doesn't make phones anymore. They have other dual screen phones, right? I think I don't know, Samsung makes the Android phones now, but $1,700. I'm not about to pay $1,700. I got the dual for really like $400. It was like $699 when I first bought it, but I got it like for a rebate discount of like $300, right? So I really paid like $400 for it or something. I was cool with that, right? I did that all. That was a no-brainer, right? And what I really wanted to do with that phone when I first got it, but the idea was to do, back then my YouTube channel was about No Limit Records and the album reviews. And so my real idea was like I would save time creating videos by having the dual screen. But I never got around to actually creating the videos on the LG V60 dual screen. Not how I thought it was going to be in my mind, when I can use the editing program and then have my videos and YouTube on one side and go back and forth. I never even did it. So for the past 3 years that I had the phone, I never actually used it for the reason I bought it for. That was so intriguing to me. The dual screen is awesome, actually, and you can do more than 2 screens. You can do like 4 screens. You can split 2 on one side and split 2 on the other side, or split 2 on one side and have 1 on the other side. And the phone is wild. You can do all kind of crazy stuff with it, but all that fancy stuff, to be honest, I don't use it. Every now and then when I'm showing somebody about it, but in real life, I don't use it. And it's on its last leg, y'all. And so this is my RIP to my LG V60. It died on me over there while I had it playing on IG Live. And this is what it's come to. So the iPhone 12 with the 256 gigs. No, it got more than that. No, 256, because the other one is 64. I didn't do that one. 128, that's what my Android has, and my wife's phone has the 128. I got the 256, right? Why? Because I do content creation, right? So I got the most gig memory that I could get, right? And they don't have, Apple don't have SD cards. So it's not like I can go get a 64 gig SD and throw in there, right? So let's just go put the 256 and see how it works, right? So it's shipped out today, and it should be here, I'm guessing, on Tuesday, right? Tomorrow, Sunday, and they're going to be here. Monday's a holiday. Excuse me. It'll be here Tuesday. I'll be at work, though. I'll be at work. But that's my announcement about my IG, going live on IG and that not working. And I do apologize once again for the technical difficulties, maybe the mic and the sound. I understand what's happening. It's because I'm not plugged in directly to the modem. I'm just going off of Wi-Fi, and when you're using StreamYard, it's not. You need to be plugged directly into it. My modem's in the living room. I needed my Ethernet cord. I know I can't say cord. I need my Ethernet cord. I don't know where it's at off the top of my head. I looked for it in my little makeshift charger drawer. Didn't see it in there. And so it's looking like I gotta find it and maybe move my setup somewhere else, because there's no cable internet connection for my Wi-Fi. For my modem. Oh, but I do have my extender, my Wi-Fi extender, coming from California. My nephew's supposed to be sending it to me sometime here soon. I sent him the money already for it to ship it to me. About $400. It's called Obi. I paid for it a few years ago. That thing can Wi-Fi signal 5,000 square feet, right? I paid $400 for that thing. But on the satellite piece of equipment, I can plug it into that. So I might just wait till that comes and then use that, and that way I can stay in this room. All right, this is our extra little bedroom we got. So yeah, that's what's going on. So I'll be able to bring better. The point of that was I'll be able to deliver better quality sounding videos without the interruption of Wi-Fi connection going out, right? And now, as y'all continue to bless the channel and the channel grows, I'll be able to get a better sounding mic, right? But all good things come to those who wait and who grind, right? Just be consistent and persistent, and it's gonna happen. Hey, so I'm gonna get up out of here. Sorry for rambling the last 15 minutes, but wanted to share that story because I am transferring over from Android to iPhone. But to my man in Texas, in Dallas, who got evicted after he paid all the rent, and they peed on the man mattress. I can see when the Wi-Fi is not acting right. That's how I know it's technical difficulties. So I'm just waiting. So the person who was there, they left. I don't know if I froze or what. But anyway, hopefully my man's, he gets everything that he needs to get together for himself and his daughter, and to be able to prosper, and hopefully he doesn't have an experience like this again with any other property management companies. But that's why here on Clout Chasing, we promote ownership, right? I don't care what the market is. I don't care what it. We promote ownership in real estate, right? Had Johnny, my man in Dallas, owned his place, he wouldn't be in that situation, right? Now, hopefully he get a chance to one day buy a little small condo, right? Buy a little small house, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. Hey, that's all you need. Just you and your daughter, thug it out. You feel me? But you have options when you're an owner. You have options. Unlike when you're subleasing from your ex-girlfriend and her high quality apartment complex, right? And they find out about it and they accidentally throw away all your stuff and they don't pay you for the stuff that they threw away that they wasn't supposed to throw away because they didn't even know you was in there. But then they found out later that you're not even on the lease. Those people who are, may need higher paying jobs in order to prevent you guys from going to any kind of eviction situation, whether you're renting or owning, right? I promote, and in the link below, there's a link that you could, in the description below, there's a link for tech boot camp class called Careerist, right? I took it back in February of this year for sales tech engineer. Starting salary is $70,000 to $100,000 starting out, right? You can get a 50% discount on the course, and the training is about 6 weeks long. They give you you can do an internship with them. You can also get a mentor. You get help with your resume. You have a great community. They do on what is it called? I can't remember the name of the thing now. Stack? Is it called Stack? Slash? What's it called? I can't remember the name right now. I'm tired, y'all. It's past midnight out here in VA. But there's a community that you can become a part of. They help you with your LinkedIn profile, right? My LinkedIn profile, my link is in the description below. I believe so. Yeah, my LinkedIn. You can check that out. If anyone needs help in creating thumbnails for YouTube, let me know. If anybody's interested in learning more about real estate, definitely hit me up. Email me, right? There is a fee, right? Nothing. I mean, my time, you might not know this. I am married. I do got 3 little black girls, right? And so if I'm taken away from them, I need to be able to still produce, right? And so it won't be nothing crazy. $25, 30 minutes, right? You can get more information if you're thinking about buying real estate. Get it some information from me. If you want to get your LinkedIn profile looking cool, holla at me. Your LinkedIn picture, holla at me. Thumbnails for YouTube, holla at me. And there's all kind of other stuff in the link in the description below that y'all can get into and check out for yourselves. Everything from joining T-Mobile with my link, right? Buying stocks with Robinhood. If you want to know about buying stocks too, definitely hit me up and let me know. We can have a little sit-down conversation about that. And yeah, man, that's it. If you want to collab on some YouTube videos to talk about real estate and the culture, we can do that too, like all day long. So this your boy Big Clout signing out. Just how I try to end every session here. I want to make sure that you guys have a blessed night, a positive night, no drama, right? And do something positive. Tomorrow's Sunday. Whether you're going to church or you going to chill out, watch the football games, have a good time. Have a good time. I'm so tired right now, y'all. I'm about to go to sleep on this live stream. But anyway, I'm gonna check this out a little bit, play it back, and see how it sounds. Cause I think this mic is probably killing it. But anyway, and not the mic, just the Wi-Fi. Anyway, this your boy Big Clout. Y'all been watching Clout Chasing, where we mix the culture with the real estate. Peace out. Until next show, y'all stay tuned.